Welcome to part 2 of installing a guest operating system. Now in part 1 I kicked off the install for this virtual machine that I created, and I installed Windows Vista, and I called this machine Windows Vista A. And as you can see, the installation completed. I can go full screen here and you can see it. Oh, there we go. And so anyway, really cool, nice Vista installation. So everything that's good about Vista, I now have it, right? Okay, sure. So what I want to do now in part 2 is install Windows Vista, and I'll use the easy install. I'll create a new virtual machine. So I'll just go to the Home tab, create a new virtual machine, take Typical, click Next, tell it that I have the installer disk. Notice it detects Vista. It says it'll use easy install, and I click Next, and it's now going to ask me for a key. And so I'm going to try to just copy this in, and I don't know if it's going to take it. Yeah, it did, like that, because I had the dashes already there. And it's going to it notices that it's Vista Enterprise, and it's asking me for the name to personalize it, and for a password, and I'll put that in, and then I'll tell it to log on automatically, and I'll click Next. There's my name. Now keep in mind, all this stuff is there for me. It will input it. Then I'll click Next here. I'm going to drop this to 25 gigabytes because I'm not going to do much with this, probably blow it away. I'm just doing it for a demo for you guys. And then I can customize my hardware if I would like. I could change any of this stuff. I will leave it just where I have it. And now I will click Finish. Now what's going to happen here is we're going to do an install of Vista, but it's going to assume a lot of things. I won't worry about those things. It's going to assume a lot of options for me and just install Vista. Now for the most part, generally I won't have to answer a single question. It's going to jump through. Occasionally it'll pop something up, but notice down here, if you remember in part 1 I saw some different things, but now it's just telling me that easy install is installing Windows Vista. Now we're going to talk a little bit more about how to work around easy install. Again, some people love this, some people hate it, but this is going to be my second installation of Vista. Remember, my first one was Vista A. We did that as installing the operating system later. And with this one, we're just going to install Vista using easy install. So I'm going to let this run. I'm going to pause the video now. You can see that the install is starting up. I'll put it this way so that we can see it. And I will check back in. I'll unpause the recording from time to time and let you see the status here. Just see an easy install take place. So as you can see, my installation is progressing nicely under easy install. I'm expanding the files 11-12% now, and so that's the painful portion of installing Vista, waiting for all this to expand out. And so we'll just kind of let this eat for a little while, and I'll pause it again and join you a little bit later. Notice we've almost completed expanding the files, and so we're at 99% on that. And the famous Vista file expansion has only taken about 15 or 20 minutes here. Then we'll jump into installing features, installing updates. Just want to let you know it's still going. We're moving right along here on our easy install of Windows Vista. We just hit 100% on expanding the files, and now we will start installing features and then move on to updates and completing. So I will pause the video again, join you in just a few minutes, and let you see how we're progressing here. Now on the easy update option, installing features just kind of flashed. It went real quick, and then we jumped into installing updates, and then next all we have left now is completing installation. So once again, I will pause it and join you in just a couple of seconds here. You'll notice now we very quickly went past installing updates, and it's now advising me that Windows is going to restart to continue the installation. And so once again, I'll pause, come back to you after the restart, and show you what we're looking at there. You'll notice here Vista is advising me that it's preparing to start for the first time, and so I'll just sit and watch this go by and rejoin you once again. Now on the first start on Windows, it didn't ask me for anything. It didn't advise me that I need to tell it anything. It simply started up and it jumped to completing installation, just like you see right here. So the questions about usernames, passwords, product keys, all that have been taken care of for me, and so now Vista is just simply completing the installation. So I'll pause one more time and then we'll look at the end of the easy install. And so now, as you can see, I have switched the views here, and I'm now in console view. But Vista completed the installation. It's now restarting one more time. So far, since I've used Easy Install, it hasn't asked me a single question about usernames, passwords, anything like that. That's the beauty of Easy Install. You can answer all your questions up front, and as interestingly enough, a lot of operating systems are going that way now. Windows 7 and some of the other operating systems out there. They'll ask you all your questions up front so you can kick it off and let it run. A lot of the Windows Server operating systems are doing that. But this is a real neat thing that you can do, and it really is kind of like an automated, unattended install. So anyway, as soon as Vista pops back up here again, I'll rejoin you, and for now I'll pause it, and we'll wait for that to happen. Notice, as part of Easy Install, once it completed the installation of Vista, it is now automatically installing VMware Tools, which is something we'd have to do manually if we didn't do the Easy Install. So that's another advantage of using Easy Install. And here we are. No questions about location, no questions about time zones, anything like that. Install totally happened. It completed. It installed VMware Tools. That's what Easy Install will do for you. So use it as you like and as you see fit. So that's an installation of a guest OS using Easy Install.